Hey guys, this is Matthew, aspiring writer Matt if you're on Wattpad, and today I decided to do this video for one simple reason because it started as a question from one of my friends asking whether he should get the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or Nintendo Wii U. And his decision is solely based on the possibility of either one of these consoles getting hacked and being able to play pirated games. Backups either through disk media or through USB external hard drive or actually internal hard drive if running on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. And it really got me curious. So I decided to make a video on it, on my thoughts, and just to see, what are the thoughts of some of you people as you know, the era of Wii, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 is slowly coming to an end, with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One literally 6-7 months into their lifespan, with the Wii U ahead of them with about almost 2 years now, a year and a few months. So, as of right now, none of the three consoles are hacked. As of right now, there has not been any real news about whether or not a hack for any one of these three consoles will come in the future that will enable piracy. On torrent websites and on piracy websites, there have been, showcasing a number of Xbox One games that are available for the user to download for pretty much useless reasons. Other than the fact that if you are a hacker or actually cracker, you could view these decrypted file games and hopefully do something with them. But for a typical user standpoint, they're pretty much useless. Same thing goes for the Wii U. I believe there's a couple of games out there for the Wii U as well that actually you could download, but as with Xbox One, for a typical user, those are pretty much useless. Those are only for, my guess, crackers out there, or actually hackers out there, to try to find a way, look into the disk security features and so forth. So, looking back at last generation, last generation, all of the major consoles, got hacked in one form or another. With the Xbox 360, of course, with being able to flash the DVD-ROM drive of the Xbox 360 to enable it to play copy games, as well as JTAG, RTH, and OD drives as well. Those are some of the ways for the Xbox 360 to enable piracy. PlayStation 3, for a very long time, PlayStation 3's lifespan, it was unable to get hacked, but persistence from the hackers, they eventually got to it, and through custom firmware, modified USB flash drives, and also ODE drives, they were able to hack the PlayStation 3. Sony is still combating piracy with the PlayStation 3 with their recent 4.60 update, which right now completely disables the ODE drive. So anybody that has purchased one, and if they update it to 4.60, it's pretty much useless. With 4.55, I believe the swap disk method still works, but I'm not really sure about that. So And of course the Wii, which is Nintendo's console, pretty much had the most hack of them all. Started out with the traditional mod chip, and then started with a software mod using a combination of the homebrew channel and modified and a modified files inside the Wii. And also, right before the Wii U's released, the Wii also got a ODE drive that person could purchase, but it's not really that popular due to the fact that people prefer the software mod or actually basically hard drive. But again, the different types of modifying console is a personal interest. So, in the handhelds for the previous generation, we got the PSP and Nintendo DS. Both are hackable. PSP really probably out of all the consoles combined between the home console and the handheld, I'm pretty sure I put the PSP as number one, or actually number two. It's between the PSP and actually Wii for having like the most piracy out there due to the fact of the simplicity it is to basically hack those consoles to actually enable piracy. So in terms of last generation, number one and number two is for the PSP and Wii. So in terms of last generation, heavy piracy. Of course, everybody's familiar with the Sony fiasco. Sony sending threatening emails to basically the users that if they're caught using modified firmwares, the whole GeoHot scandal, the whole scandal with the Pirate Bay website, and just many more torrent websites. Mega upload going down because of piracy. So piracy is really huge. The movie industry, the music industry, been dealing with piracy for a very long time. And recently, going on roughly PS1, Nintendo 64 era, and forward, piracy has been a very big impact on the gaming industry. So, thinking about just the history of piracy and the future of piracy with the current generation consoles, places for Xbox One and Wii U. In my opinion, I feel not in the near future of the console's lifespans, but I'm pretty sure that in the future, somewhere down the road, give or take maybe 3 years down the road maybe, I am pretty sure we're going to see either one of these three consoles hacked or pretty much all of them hacked in the near future, because that's what it is. Somebody is always going to be curious. There's always going to be somebody that does not want to pay for a video game, and it's just a cat and mouse game. It always has been, and it always will be. It always will be. It's just the fact that there's always going to be somebody that's going to be curious, and they're going to open up their console, or by some sheer miracle, shock, surprise, they find accidental exploit. But that doesn't stop the console manufacturers, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, to do whatever they can to stop piracy. I mean, we've seen exactly the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Well, the Xbox One, they kind of changed their policies now, but they're pretty much limiting what they allow you to do with the console. And you can clearly see by PlayStation 4 taking out CD support, eliminating external drive support. Xbox One just recently with an update allow you to use external hard drive support, but first you have to format your hard drive to the Xbox One's file system. So that's one way to combat piracy. But Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they're doing everything that they possibly can legally, and I use the term legally because people feel that Sony and Microsoft are violating, certain rights that human beings have. So I use the term legally, in a sense that for as a business standpoint, they are doing things legally, but certain people feel that they are violating human rights. I have no opinion on that matter. They are a company. They will do everything they can to protect their wallets. So, it's a 50-50. It's a toss coin. Nintendo right now with the Wii U sales are very low. So, PlayStation 4 is leading the pack. Xbox One's in second place, and the Wii U's in dead last. Right now, if either one of these three consoles be hacked right now, it will do more harm than good. In terms of the fact that right now, there are not a lot of games for either one of these three consoles, with the Wii U having the least amount of games available, and the games that they do have, you can find them on other consoles as well as PC gaming. So, moving on, I feel, in my opinion, it will either be the Nintendo Wii U or the Xbox One that will get hacked first, due to the fact that Sony with last generation with PlayStation 3, they took such an extreme to combat piracy, and the fact that taking people to court, lawsuits, that I feel that kind of like scared off some of the hackers into hacking Sony products, just for the fact that even now, even on with the PlayStation 4, Sony is still combating piracy with actually the last generation console. So I mean, Sony is really like taking what some people feel an extreme. So I feel that people will feel more secure looking into Xbox One or actually Wii U, just the fact that they have pretty much stuck into the standard of combating piracy, which is releasing firmware updates and banning accounts, and in the extremest sense, banning the console itself from actually accessing their service. So I feel that Xbox One or Wii U will be the first one to get hacked if somebody will actually do it. How would it affect sales? In terms of the console itself, it will increase console sales, but it will decrease gaming sales, depending on the method of actually hack. If it's through disc actually media, it really would depend on. Right now, all three consoles use Blu-ray media, so it would just be right now Blu-ray blank discs are pretty expensive, as well as the Blu-ray recorders. So it will be pretty pricey to do it that way. My guess is they will hack it through using USB external hard drive support, or actually using the Xbox One's internal hard drive, because the Wii U does not have an internal hard drive. So the Wii U uses flash memory, I believe. And in the first were people saying that there are some people saying that the Wii U is already hacked. The Wii U is not hacked. The Wii emulator that's inside the Wii U, that has been hacked to play Wii backups, but the Wii U itself is not hacked. So just to clarify that for everybody. So in my opinion, I feel Xbox One or actually Nintendo Wii U would be the first ones to get hacked, just for the fact that they haven't taken to the extreme like actually Sony does. In terms of handheld, with the 3DS, 2DS, and PlayStation Vita, PlayStation Vita has had success with hacking with their um, using exploits in games, but the fact that that's not really gonna last because those hacks are not what the average user wants. The average user wants to play pirated games. That's all they want. They don't want to pay $65, $70, 50, 55, no matter if it's $10, $5. They want it for free. If they could get it for free, they will get it for free. Why pay money when you get it for free? That is their motto. Um, what Microsoft is doing with PlayStation 4 and Xbox One with their streaming service is really just trying to, convince the people that why take the risk in hacking when basically we are going to offer you tons of games for low balling prices, $5, $10 a month with their service, whatever. So that's how they're combating it now. Will it be successful? To an extent, to the hardcore pirates, that will not stop them from trying to find a way. To the hardcore hackers, that's not going to stop them from trying to find a way. Piracy will always be around. Whether it will be movies, music, video games, piracy will always be around. It will always be a factor with console makers, game makers, movies, music. It will always be a factor. Piracy will always be a factor as long as there is internet in the world. The day the internet dies, the day that piracy will dramatically drop. But as long as the internet remains open and free for everybody who can afford to pay their ISPs, piracy will always be around. Piracy will always be easier to actually commit as long as the internet remains as it is. That's probably why the government is so hard on combating piracy, because of the fact that the internet has made piracy so much easier. Piracy been around before the internet, and piracy will always be around as long as people feel the need to not want to pay a certain price that they feel that is overrated. So this is Matthew, Aspiring Writer Matt. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, dislike. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Have a nice day.